It takes a disaster for everyone to pull together. It's amazing how you see ordinary people that do extraordinary things.
Made it closer as a community, non-Indigenous and Indigenous. So that was the outcomes of the fires.
Just because you've been through one bad fire season doesn't mean that there's not going to be more. We're almost 12 months on, and resilience moving forward is preparedness for the future and the whole community pulling together to try and help one another.
We were in the worst drought in 50 years here, and then when the fires occurred, there was just another level of desperation and despair.
Yeah, we were just sort of watching things get drier and drier, and then the river ran dry and stopped flowing.
I'm married to Paul, who's the captain of the Willawarrin Fire Brigade. I was concerned about Paul's mental state because he'd already been out fighting fires prior to the 8th of November.
We had no idea that day that a pyrocumulus cloud had formed and that it had gone to, extremely catastrophic. I was at home making dessert for the pub. Gordon, my husband, he rang me and he said, "Karen, the police have just turned up. It's in Willawarrin. We've been evacuated." He said, "Get the hell out of here now." We lost cattle because their throats had been burnt. We realised 2 days after the fire that we lost one of our locals. It was devastating when we got the news. Yeah, it was hard. My name's Karen Anderson. I own the local hotel in Willawarrin. This is where we live and where we farm.
The communications now are a lot better. Everyone got to know everyone because we all went to the evacuation centre. The non-Indigenous and the Indigenous community all paired up.
Well, it's almost a year and we're readily now trying to get everything together, ready for this season.
So we're doing a cultural burn at Karen's place so that we can be better prepared come summer.
G'day everyone, I'm Paul, here to assist with the cultural burning this afternoon, and I'll learn something about cultural burning.
I think you all know me, Elwyn, and I'll be leading the cultural burn. I'm a Thungutti man. I live on Thungutti country. I joined the RFS to show that we could be out there too, because we have a bit of knowledge about how fires work.
Today I'm here as the CEO of the Thungutti Local Aboriginal Land Council. We've recently secured some funding for developing a cultural burning team. We're working with non-Indigenous landowners and with the RFS.
We've got a cultural burn happening on our property. We're all worried about the upcoming fire season. There's still so much fuel. Everybody's on tenterhooks. If we can learn how to do this during the right time, then we can lessen the risk in the future.
Landowners need to learn from cultural burning because we've been doing this for 40,000+ years.
We're doing it like spot fires, and this is our technique with the grass to roll it up into a ball. See, I remember in the day when the elders used to light fires, the wind could be your worst enemy and it could be your friend too.
Nice and cool. It was enlightening to see the cultural burn. It wasn't just to remove the hazard, it was more to nurture the grass and the environment growing back.
We do it like this, let the fire thing, and there's sprinkling. We didn't know if any landowners were interested in cultural burn, but with Karen and her property, it was beautiful that we could show farmers which way we burn. Oh, thank you for letting us out here, that's amazing.
Thank you for coming over and teaching me. I've been wanting to do this for years, but I haven't been game.
We utilised the wind to our advantage. We scoped the area out, we're getting it right. That's what I felt. So who was there, and they all seen it too. It should have been done years ago.
And we've gone through the drought and then, we had the bushfires and then we had the floods.
February, we had drought-breaking rain, and unfortunately with the amount of ash and debris on the hills all got washed down into the river system. So we had black water flowing down with dead fish. There's thousands.
I'm a Thungutti woman, so I'm part of this land here in Kempsey. It was really sad to see, culturally, the devastating effect that bushfires could have on our natural resources. Floods that came through in February 2020, I think we were cut off for about 2 days. We get regular floods here. We have a good telephone chain. Every neighbour rings every neighbour all the way down the Macleay River just to let them know that there's flood warnings. The Commissioner for Rural Fire Services was asking for feedback, and that was one of my suggestions, that we actually, put something in place similar to what we've got with the flood system for the fires. It's about looking after your neighbour.
My experience with mental health, things I saw during the last fire season, I thought I needed to talk to someone. To seek help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. So part of our recovery of the community was to get men together, because men are the hardest to talk about their feelings and emotions. A part of allowing that first step in mental health. Being resilient doesn't mean you can't change.
With what's happening now, the fire season's about to start again. We've had some planning days around being prepared for the bushfire season. It's life-threatening if you're not prepared.
Number one rule, have a plan.
Hi guys, how are ya?
Think about the plan, what you're going to do, where you're going to go, who you're going to tell.
So we can go straight from here, if necessary, straight up the hill and over there, and we can exit out of that property.
Or if you're going to stay, what you've got to defend.
Resilience in this community means that together we can get through anything that they throw at us.
If young children see adults coming together, they're seeing how resilient our adults are.
This panel will be painted for the drought. So this will be a more of a orange colour look.
We're doing a mural on the fence at the Land Council building, an image of the fire coming over the mountain, the evacuation, the fish kills and COVID, so that 10 years down the track, people will remember that it really happened.
Be a story passed down to generation, and the little ones here now, they'll learn from it and they can tell their children.
Yeah, I was there.
Part of our dream is putting into painting so you can tell a story and what we went through, because last year was not a good year and we need to understand.
Those images will go up on the fence, and in the short term, it's an opportunity for us all to have a yarn and talk about how we felt during that time and give each other some support.
I'm very proud of my community and what we're doing now with the cultural burn, working with the RFS. Now we communicate. So the fires did actually make people stronger.
And resilience moving forward is supporting one another, just being there for someone to lean on.
Yeah, I'm proud of the community. I'm proud of the way that we're not going to let this defeat us, that we're going to get better and stronger.
This community for me, they're my extended family.